Big Apple Collectibles sent me a package that I ordered 2 years ago. So I guess you could say this video has been in the making for 2 years. In this package, there should be 8 sodas, and the packing slip says that there's 2 John Wicks, 2 Rat Finks, 2 Robin Hoods, and 2 Stan Lees. This box feels really heavy to have 8 sodas in it. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't believe that this thing took as long to get to me as it did. Now, on the packing slip, it says that I ordered them 4/15 of 21, and they were delivered, or they were shipped on 1/4 of 23. I mean, think about that as a timeline when it comes right down to like getting things shipped and pre-ordered to you. Still seems super sketch though. So here we go with another box with some stuff like wrapped inside of a box. I mean, we're still super sketchy when it comes right down to it. But here we are with, I didn't order this guy. I definitely didn't order this guy. All right. Okay. It's all right. We got this. We got this. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Next is going to be, they put it in the 6-pack. Super cool. I've never actually seen one of these, if I'm being completely honest with you. We have John Wick. We have Rat Fink. We have the Stan Lee. We also have another Stan Lee, another Rat Fink, and another John Wick. They all look resealed. When I say that they all seem resealed, so check out the top of this Stan Lee. You can see that it's like very like, it wasn't done very well. And then we go to the Rat Fink, and it looks like it was overheated on the top. The John Wick actually has a hangover, and this is much thicker material than I've ever seen them wrapped in. I mean, like much thicker material than I've ever seen them wrapped in. This guy right here was heated up so much that it's all matted to the can. I'm going to go ahead and call it now that there's 0 chases in any of these sodas, and we're going to get them open to see. Let's start off with the Prince John. I guess I did order these, but it says Robin Hood and then it says Prince John, so that was my confusion, is the naming of it, not actually like what it was. So let's start with this guy and then just see. But I'm going to call it in advance that this is super thick. This is super thick stuff. I've never seen Funko send them that way. This is supposed to be a 7,500 piece run. They are still inside of this. Let's check out this bag. So let's see. It doesn't actually look to be resealed, but let's do it this way. Let's get both of these out and look at the packages of both of them before I open one of them. That way we're going to have a better idea if there's a chase variant in there versus not. I'm going to move the Pog just so that I don't accidentally see it, but the chance of me like, hey, look, I know the chance of there being a chase in this is probably about 100,001. It would probably be like getting struck by lightning at this point. There is a hole. And, all right, so there's a hole in this one. They don't actually appear. I don't know. Let's open it up and see. So we know that the common is supposed to look like this guy. This is going to be the common. I don't remember exactly what a chase variant of these would look like. It has been that long that I just simply do not remember. Now this one is going to be surprise, surprise. This is the common. It looks really cool though. I don't have these in my collection, so getting them 2 years later is not. Look, I'm just happy that I got them at this point because I had kind of washed it off that I was never going to get them. And when you're buying stuff online from retailers, you need to remember that there's not a whole lot that you can do to get your stuff. I know that we think that maybe there's some kind of like police out there somewhere that's going to help us get our stuff. There's really not. So surprise, surprise, there was no chase variant in those. We didn't honestly think there was going to be, right? So here is the Pog. It's really cool. He's 1 in 6,250. It's a really cool Pog. I guess we'll look at the other Pog, but it's still the same. No chase variant in that one. I'm not surprised at all. Not even a little bit surprised that that one doesn't have a chase variant in it. But let's move on to, you would think out of all of these, right? So there's 8 of them here. There has to be a chase variant in at least one of these. My luck of pulling chase variants has been really well. I mean, I have had a really good run at pulling chase variants. Now, I didn't see any difference in these or in the bags, but the ceiling itself was a little sketch. The ceiling on this one is really sketch. I mean, like really sketch. The ceiling on this one is way over the top sketch. I mean, even the bottom has a dent in it, so it's way over the top sketch. Some of these you can weigh. So there's some of the sodas, in case you don't know, you can actually weigh, and that way you'll find out if you have a chase variant or not. Some of them are not so easy. Some of them are just a different paint job, so there's not a whole lot of difference in the weight of them. I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time. We're going to take both of these guys, open them up. We'll look at the packages on both of them and see if we think that they've been tampered with. Have they not been tampered with? Does it look okay? How sketchy is it? Is it super sketchy? Is it kind of sketchy? As I'm doing it, I'm going to try and clean up, because I'm just absolutely horrible at like cleaning up as I go. So we're going to move this one here. Let's get him out of the way. That way we don't get a chance to see the Pog. Now let's move this one over here. We won't get a chance to see the Pog on that one either. This packaging is a lot bigger than anything I've seen from Funko. I mean, just a comparison. This was the packaging of the other one. This is the packaging of this one. Much bigger than any packaging I've ever seen come out of Funko. Now let's look at this one. This one is actually like matted down. Do you see that? So that one has been resealed. We know that for a fact. That one's been resealed. So this one, man, they're both going to be commons. Both commons right now. Watch, I'm going to call it right now. This is what the common looks like. It's just a regular John Wick. I want to say that the chase variant is a bloody variant of Chase Wick. So let's see. This is just going to be the common version of John Wick. Surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised, because even the inside of him, it's been heated up so much that even this was sticking to it. I mean, so that one was pretty obvious that one was resealed. So we know that the chase variant of this one must just be a paint variant versus anything else. So you actually physically had to open these up and look at them, and then you had to reseal them and all of that good stuff to just get as crooked as you possibly could. Surprise, surprise. This is also a common variant. So we are now like 4 for 4 when it comes to common variants. No surprise. Both of them 100% looked resealed. I mean, 100% these looked resealed. So I guess that we know going forward that all of these guys are simply going to be commons, which is very disappointing, because some of these have really, really awesome like variants. Both of these must only be paint differences though, because both of these, you can tell that there's like something super sketchy going on with the packing already. I mean, it doesn't stop. Every one of them. The same thing with John Wick. It must have only been a paint variant. This one must have actually had like a different style to it altogether. I'll look it up at some point and find out, but I'm going to say that this one must have been different altogether, because they didn't look super sketch. Not like what I've seen out of the John Wick. But let's do the same thing with the Rat Finks. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to put them over here to the side. We'll move these guys to the side as we go. I'm going to call it now. Both of these are going to be commons, which is going to be insane, because my luck of pulling chase variances is normally really good, to be completely honest. And I'm not trying to like say that I have better luck than other people. I'm just saying that normally my luck of pulling chase variants is pretty good. Now both of these packages do look kind of long again. Now I don't know exactly where you would buy these packages, but I'm sure that they're not super hard to find. Both of these look really big again. They look really big. They are really like sealed well too. I mean, they are like sealed. I wish I had one straight from Funko, that way that I could show you the difference. I don't have one at this moment straight from Funko, because I tend to like throw the packages away once I'm done with them, and the only thing I keep is the bubble wrap on the inside, and then I put the figure back on the inside if I'm moving or cleaning or putting them in different displays. This is the common variant Rat Fink. Really, really cool. Now I want to say that the chase variant of this one is going to be gold. If I remember correctly, the chase variant on the Rat Fink is 100% gold. I'm gonna call it now. We're not going to see, like I said, surprise, surprise, you're not going to get the chase variant in that Rat Fink at either. Look, check this out right now. Don't order from Big Apple Collectibles. It took me 2 years to receive this package, and then when I received the package, you could tell that all of these have been tampered with in some shape, way, form, or fashion. Pulling 6 of them and not pulling a chase variant is crazy odds. Let's go ahead and get these Stan Lees opened up. I know that's what you've been waiting on. That is what I have been waiting on as well. It looks like I'm going to have a lot of giveaways coming up in the future, though, because they easily gave me 4 giveaways that'll be coming up here in the future. Why not give them away back to the community, even though they screwed me at the end? I mean, they definitely got me on this one. Let's put him over here so that we don't see the pog inside of that one, and we'll do the same thing with this one. Let's put him over there so that we don't see the pog inside of that one. I didn't even look at the pogs to see if the pogs match. So that pog matches and that pog matches. So both the pogs match. Surprise, surprise. Not super surprised. So to pull 8 of these without pulling a chase variant would be absolutely insane. It would be some of the worst luck that you have ever seen. This one has definitely been resealed. You can see where it was sealed twice there. It was sealed down here, then it was sealed up there. So they definitely opened that one and then resealed it. So this one has also, it doesn't look like it's been resealed. Maybe this is a new package. Let's start off with this one right here. So we are going to pull this Stan Lee. Now we know that the common version of Stan Lee is just this, and then the chase variant of Stan Lee is gold. This is really cool. This is what I was actually going after when I got all of these, but I thought I might as well order these while I was there. So that Stan Lee is really cool. Not surprised that it's a common variant. It's, look, not surprised at all. And we're gonna pull the eighth common variant from Big Apple Collectibles. Hey, look, guys, the moral of this story is don't order from Big Apple Collectibles. They're ripping you off. They're taking 2 years to get to you. Then when you do get them, they're going to go through them. They're going to tamper with them. And I know that they might comment down in the comments below, but I'm willing to take that fight. That's why all of this was on recording. Make sure that you come at me right, bro. I truly appreciate all of y'all for checking me out, and I will catch you next time. Have a good one.